It's a security area, isn't it?
That is correct. That's correct.
If it is a security area, how come we cannot have a very peaceful election, around that premises?
David, I think the only answer I can give you is that the previous election, the police came unarmed, and then yesterday was different. So apart from that reason, I don't think I can assign any other reason, because when the task, I can call them, came, they saw that the police was unarmed, and they could have their way. So you see that they were attacking people freely because the police didn't have anything to control them. And you're looking at their models. If you come and then, you can be hurt. So by yesterday it was quite different. The sight was scaring. So you dare not, you can't try. So I can tell that because of the nature of the security, that was made everything successful yesterday. So if you can ask me, I can tell you that the security at the previous day was a bit relaxed as compared to yesterday's one.
Now, we have only 86 delegates. How come it took you up to 5 p.m. to complete this exercise? From morning till 5 p.m., only 86 delegates?
David, I will agree with you. I think going forward, maybe we will suggest to the commission in the future elections, some of these delegate elections, we'll give a timeline, because we cannot make it open like general elections, because this is number that are targeted, and they know that they are coming to do an exercise, and they have to organize themselves and come. Unlike the national elections that people be coming from everywhere, and you must make sure that it's 5 o'clock. Because yesterday one person was absent, and around 2 o'clock, the last but one delegate voted at 1 p.m. So for 4 hours we were looking for somebody who obviously was not coming. You called and his lines were off. Nobody was called to locate him for us, and we even agreed at the point that we can close the pool. But upon second thought and from few consultations, we agreed that once the commission said 5 o'clock, let's play it safe and go by that time. So we waited, and 5 o'clock, this guy did not show up, and for 4 hours we were waiting for somebody who obviously was going to be absent, and indeed was absent.
As a regional boss for the Electoral Commission, how concerned are you that an exercise that's supposed to be non-partisan has turned out to be deeply partisan?
David, I'm a civil servant, and then I think this thing should be, if you can refer this question to the social commentators like Dr. Amachi, they will be the best people to comment on these things. If you're not careful, I may drift, and that can land me somewhere.
But are you concerned about it?
Obviously, yes. The thing wasn't anything good. We need to guard our democracy. We need to guard it.
Again, what lessons do you think we should all learn from this whole exercise? From the fact that on the 11th, where the first elections were supposed to have been held, it ended abruptly because some chaos, some misunderstanding by some thugs destroying ballot materials, attacking some journalists, and some of your staff took place. And then the fact that it's become partisan, and the fact that we're delaying in the process in terms of voting from 9 to 5 p.m. and all that. What lessons do you think we should learn from this whole thing going forward?
David, on the part of issue where we think that we have total control, we will think of the time, and then that would the time and maybe the venue. But on the security aspect, if you can advise the police that in the election issues or any other thing, they should not underrate the situation. Because I can conclude that the last election, the police underrated the situation, and that caused all these things. So if the police can make sure that every election, they should make sure that they should not take things for granted, and they should not give chance for anything, then we can go through. But if we think that we can decide that these elections, let's vary the security protocols, then some of these things can happen. So going forward, we will advise the security that any election, they should make sure that they take the security aspect very serious, and we'll have it once and for all. Other than that, because yesterday, obviously, somebody may have advantage, because as you are saying, who knows? Who knows? Because the people obviously spend the first time, and this time I went to, they still spend, and it's a cost to them apart from the time aspect. They spend money because you have to go around and campaign, you have to pay transport, whatever. I mean, you have your campaign team. You have to feed them. You have to buy fuel. So I think that going forward, we should make sure that the security aspect of every election should be the one that we saw yesterday.
Now, going forward, would you say that based on what happened yesterday, such elections should be taken outside the premises of the Regional Coordinating Council, or we should beef up security and hold it at the Regional Coordinating Council?
No, I don't have any issue against the Regional Coordinating Council. As I indicated to you already, that I think the police underrated the situation and then they relaxed the security protocols. So the RCC, I mean, the best venue we can think of. But if the police in any future election, they can, I mean, come with the security that they brought yesterday, I mean, that would be okay. I don't have anything against the venue of RCC, but except that you have to beef up the security anytime you are going to do elections at that place.
I hear you. Thank you very much, Mr. Osensia. He's the regional boss for the Electoral Commission. He joined us, for a conversation as to what happened.